Open models just dethroned proprietary AI in the enterprise, sparking a huge shift for builders. We're also talking about new state level regulations impacting product design and how Spotify cracked the code on ethical, licensed AI content. No BS AI briefing brought to you by Proactive AI. Welcome back. I'm your host Vikash, and this is where builders get straightforward AI news without the fluff. First up today, Harvey AI integrated Mistral models for its legal workflows. This is a big one. Harvey, a specialized legal AI platform, actually made Mistral's entire model family available across its platform for its 1,500 plus law firm clients. I mean, think about that for a second. Harvey had been using proprietary models, right? But this move signals a pivot, a clear shift from their own proprietary approach toward leveraging open frontier models. Why? Because after rigorous benchmark evaluations, Mistral's performance just stacked up. Now, Mistral is powering core legal functions for Harvey, things like complex legal reasoning, deep document analysis, and even contract drafting. For builders, this is huge. It screams that data driven model selection is paramount, and crucially, open models are now competing head to head on both performance and cost with proprietary domain specific solutions. What does that tell you? Enterprise AI is commoditizing quickly. Builders like you and me can now leverage highly validated, powerful open models via simple APIs without having to build and fine tune everything ourselves. It also means you really need strong evidence and rigorous benchmarking before you even think about investing heavily in proprietary fine tuning. Don't build what you can buy, or rather, what you can access via API for less. Next, the US Supreme Court let Vermont's social media addiction law stand. This is a game changer for anyone building consumer products, especially those with engagement features. The court basically declined Meta's appeal, meaning Vermont's law is now officially taking effect. This law isn't trivial, it mandates age verification and usage limits specifically for minors on social media platforms. So, what's the big deal here? It signals a powerful precedent for state level rules that could directly impact how you design AI driven engagement and recommendation algorithms. These are the very algorithms designed to keep users hooked, right? For builders, this means you absolutely have to plan for state by state compliance from the jump. Regulatory fragmentation isn't coming, it's already here. You need to start baking compliance into your product architecture, especially for any features that touch user behavior or engagement. Things like robust age verification and flexible usage controls aren't just nice to haves anymore. They're becoming core mandatory requirements, particularly for products that might involve minors. This is about building ethically and legally right from the start. Also, in the news, Spotify launched an AI remix tool, and they did it with licensed audio and clear revenue sharing. This is fascinating. Spotify's new tool lets users generate song variations, but here's the key: it uses artist specific vocal and instrumental stems. This isn't just about general AI music generation, it's about using the original artist's content. And crucially, it's built entirely on licensed audio with usage based revenue sharing going back to the artist. This is an early but incredibly important example of a consumer AI product that's actively navigating the complex world of copyright at scale. For us builders, why does this matter? It shows that licensed data isn't just a legal necessity, it's a powerful product differentiator and a crucial trust signal for your users and content creators. It proves that user generated AI content can be both viable and ethical as long as you have clear rights and agreements in place. Spotify's approach suggests that by focusing on proper licensing and equitable revenue sharing, you can actually turn compliance into a compelling product feature, fostering creativity rather than stifling it. Now, that's a powerful lesson. Now, let's dive a bit deeper into that Harvey Mistral pivot. For me, this is the most important story of the week, especially for builders. This specialized legal AI platform, with its 1,500 plus enterprise clients, actively chose Mistral's open models over its own proprietary domain tuned approach. What happened? Well, they benchmarked them, and Mistral won. This isn't just a niche legal tech story, it's a massive signal about the changing economics of build versus buy in AI. Historically, especially in highly specialized domains like law. The assumption was always that you had to build your own proprietary finely tuned models. That was your secret sauce, your competitive moat, right? Companies like Harvey invested heavily in developing and maintaining those unique models. But then enter the open frontier models like those from Mistral. They've come a long way. They're demonstrating performance that rivals and in some cases even surpasses these highly specialized proprietary solutions. Harvey evaluated them, saw the numbers, and made a business decision. They realized they could achieve better or at least comparable results by leveraging these powerful, rapidly improving open alternatives. It's a validation of the open source movement in a very tangible, enterprise grade way. So, who really needs to care about this? Well, if you're a startup founder, this is your green light. It means you don't necessarily need to be a large language model research lab to differentiate. Your competitive edge will come from how you integrate these powerful open models into seamless workflows, how you handle data integration, and how you design the user experience. You can build incredible application layer products on top of these open models. For infra builders, folks working on tooling, orchestration, and specialized connectors, this is a sign that value is shifting. It's accruing to the layers around the models rather than just the model creation itself. Think about agent frameworks, specialized RAG solutions, data pipelines, and monitoring tools. That's where the infrastructure innovation will be. And if you're an engineering leader or product manager in an existing enterprise, this means you need to reassess the ROI of any proprietary models you're currently running or considering. Are your internal models truly outperforming the best open alternatives at a comparable cost? It's a question that needs answering, and answering now. How would I think about this as a builder? I mean, this fundamentally shifts the playing field. It's like operating systems. Back in the day, every company wanted to build its own OS. Now, we leverage Linux, Windows, Mac OS. AI models are heading that way. The core technology is commoditizing, allowing us to focus on the value add layers. The opportunity is immense for those who can build robust, user centric applications using off the shelf powerful models. But there are risks too. This isn't universal. Some extremely niche domains might still benefit from truly proprietary models, and you need to maintain model portability. Don't get locked into one API, even an open one. Always remember that performance can and will vary by specific use case. What works for legal reasoning might not be ideal for creative writing. My no BS take here. The idea that every company needs its own custom built frontier model is mostly hype. The real game is integrating the best available models, whether open or closed, into practical, valuable products. Focus your precious engineering resources on product, UX, and data integration, not on reinventing the foundational model wheel unless you have a truly unique edge or data moat. This is about smart leverage, not ego driven building. If you're finding this useful, hit follow in your podcast app right now. Doug, it takes 2 seconds and it's the best way to make sure you don't miss the next briefing. Okay, if you want one practical takeaway from today's episode, here it is: audit your model strategy. This is about being pragmatic and data driven in your AI choices. Here's how you can try it in under 60 minutes. First, identify one core workflow in your product or team that currently relies on an AI model. Maybe it's a summarization task, a content generation prompt, or a data extraction job. Then select 2 or 3 open frontier alternatives. For example, if you're using a proprietary model, pick a couple of Mistral models, perhaps even some specific variants, and maybe one other open model you've heard good things about. Third, set up a simple API test harness. You don't need a fancy UI, just a script that sends the same input to each model and captures the output. Finally, evaluate the results. Compare the latency, the cost per invocation, and most importantly, the quality of the output for your specific use case. If these open models are within, say, 5 to 10% of your current model's quality but offer significantly better cost or latency, you've got a strong case for a switch or at least a deeper investigation. This specific experiment is worth your time right now because the performance of open models is rapidly closing the gap with or even surpassing proprietary solutions. It allows you to make informed decisions that can significantly impact your product's performance, cost, and ultimately your bottom line, all without compromising on quality. Don't assume your current model is the best, verify it. That's it for today's No BS AI briefing. If this helped, follow the show in your podcast app and share it with one builder you know. And if you've got questions or topics you want covered, connect with me on LinkedIn and send them over. See you in the next briefing.